It may be the largest bank robbery in history, a crime ring accused of stealing $45 million from financial institutions around the world.
Only these criminals weren't wearing masks or waving guns. They used computers. Senior correspondent John Miller is here. He's a former FBI assistant director. John, good morning. What a story.
This is a brilliant case by the U.S. Secret Service. It's being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn, Loretta Lynch. Now, 7 members belonging to the New York cell of this global cybercrime operation have been arrested. We've learned how they carried out this cyber attack, and it's unlike anything ever seen before.
They call it the Unlimited Operation. Its associates, hundreds of them, were spread all over the world, and they targeted at least 26 countries. They struck twice, first in December, when they hacked into an Indian bank, then withdrew money from ATMs all over the world, totaling $5 million. The second strike was in February. The hack targeted a Visa and MasterCard processor in the U.S. The loss this time totaled approximately $40 million.
Good morning, John. This is one of those interesting stories which leads to basic questions like how, who, and we begin with how.
You know, this is, if you're a criminal, this is a gorgeous scheme. If you are a bank, this is your worst nightmare. And if you're a prosecutor like Loretta Lynch or the Secret Service agents involved in this case, it's a great caper in terms of the case, but you realize you're just at the tip of the iceberg. What you have here is you've got backers. These are people who've got big money who are paying people to break into the bank systems, get the PIN numbers of debit card accounts and so on. Those are the hackers. So the backers pay the hackers. Then you go to the cashers. And the cashers, once the backers have paid the hackers, they've broken through, they've now gotten the PIN codes, and they've raised the limits on the accounts to be unlimited for withdrawal. The cashers go out, and when they get the PIN numbers and the signals on their smartphones, they're told to go. In the case in New York, the New York cell went up and down Broadway, and in the course of 2 hours took $2.8 million out of ATMs from 116th Street to 23rd Street in a line.
So this must have been a lot of people who were involved in this, right? In order to act that quickly.
The New York cell is probably a dozen people, but remember, there's 26 countries with a dozen people in each one of those countries who now have the codes and just keep banging the machines till the machines run out of money.
Is this a threat that's just, we're seeing the top of it, just the beginning?
I think what we're seeing is the beginning, and I think, you know, if you look inside this plot, we've got a graphic that kind of breaks it down. What you've got is surgical precision by the hackers to actually get through the bank firewalls, get administrative rights in their system, raise the limits. You've got the global nature of the organization, which is, you know, it may be based in the Middle East. Those are the kinds of banks they're targeting, but certainly they've got a global network of trusted associates who can do this. And of course, the speed and coordination of the attacks. I mean, by the time it's almost over is when the bank is just figuring it out.
All right, John Miller, thank you.